Anytime you judge something outside of yourself, if I judge a person for what they do or how they dress or how they look or how they talk or what they do or what I think they should do with their lives or what I think is best for them and the answers and the solutions I have for them, it's really me completely fooling myself. And anytime we let our attention go on to others and it gets taken off us sitting within our own choice, our own vibration, anytime we voluntarily take our attention where it should be and we focus it on something else or what we think is something else, we're pretty much out of source. You know, you're in source or you're out of source. You're observing, you're being within your own body, or you're within your own mind on a projection of what actually isn't there. And when we feel the pain, when we're judging other people, like, oh, I hate this. I hate what that person does. I hate what that person looks like. It's never fucking them. It's always you. It's always within us. Why we're getting riled up, and we're getting riled up while we seem to be focused on them, but it's a mirror, and they're reflecting back in us something that is creating that feeling with us upon sight of them, or upon us believing what we see about them. And whether it's actually happening or whether it's in our mind, it's something within that's causing that resistance. So just because someone's triggering and bringing that out, often we'll try to control the external circumstance. We'll tell people what to do. We'll tell it we're helping you, we're saving you, we're building you, any of that. It's like, no, you're not. You're fooling yourself in your own mind because you're listening to the voice in your head that says that kind of stuff. And really, when we're feeling that resistance, it's awesome because if you know to bring it right back to you, to look through the smoky mirror, when you look to you, the smoke goes away and you see what you need to let go of. Why do you need to let go of it? Because anything that makes you feel that way isn't something worth holding on to, because that's all it is a series of choices in the present of how you want to feel. Regardless of whatever you're doing, you can be doing anything in the world and you can choose to feel how you want about it. And if you don't like how you feel about something, you can change the way you think about it so it brings you a good feeling. So you're good either way. You're good wherever you go, you're good whatever you see. And if you happen to encounter resistance, which we all do and continue to do, we know where to look. We look. We take accountability. We don't be the victim. We don't blame. And we release. Because how can we release what we don't know we're holding on to? It's like me holding a baseball bat that I want to let go of. And I'm like, look at that person doing this. Like, let go of that bat. Let go of my own bat. It's not my fucking business. What you think of me is none of my business. What I think of you is none of my business. Not only is it none of our business, it's not even a reality. It's a fabrication and a concept we create in our mind. So realize that it all starts with you. It all starts within. And you can choose how you want to feel. And anytime you don't feel good, choose a different feeling. And controlling stuff outside of yourself or numbing it won't change that. If we run from the pain, if we numb the pain, it's going to be there. You can ignore it. It's still there. It's like, hey, buddy, tapping at the window. What? Stop at the window. Stop. Yeah. So we have our work cut out for us, right? And when we know it has nothing to do with outside of us ever, and we can choose how we want to feel, and when we choose what we want to believe, and we choose the life we want for ourselves, and in the words of Wayne Dyer, assume the feeling of the wish is fulfilled, you become it. So choose however you want to feel. And anything that makes you feel bad about feeling good isn't you. It's this. It's the ego. It wants control. We're supposed to feel good. We're naturally high. We all feel good as kids. We get programming, we get adopted, and then we kind of get choked out more and more. We get like we get buried more and more until we realize we were burying ourselves, but you have to be the victim first. You learn to be the victim. You are the victim first, and then you realize how not to be the victim. Or maybe you start off not as the victim when you're a kid, and then you become a victim, and you realize what you're doing to get out of it. Who knows?